Good evening and a warm welcome to Friday night's edition of Primetime News. I'm Selima Shimwefeleni. Leading the bulletin tonight, President Dr. Hage Geingob on Thursday conferred an official funeral in honor of late Ovaherero historian Alexander Yaribovandu Kaputu, who died at the age of 69 on Tuesday. A media statement issued by the presidency said Geingob conferred the official funeral in terms of Article 32 of the Namibian Constitution. He was commonly referred to as the moving encyclopedia of the Ovaherero history due to his impeccable memory, oratory skills, and unparalleled understanding of African tradition, culture, and history. Kaputu is survived by his wife, 14 biological children, and 4 adopted children. The National Assembly continues to degenerate into an assembly of chaos where insults, speech that dehumanizes, and physical confrontations prevail.
On Thursday, once again, the decorum of the August House was thrown out the window, with Environment Minister Poamba Shifeta challenging Landless People's Movement leaders Bernardes Swartboy and Henny Seibeb to a fist fight outside the chamber. Shifeta told Swartboy that he will beat him, to which the latter calmly responded, "Let's go outside." After this, the two members of parliament left the assembly.
Shifeta, keep quiet, man.
As Swartboy waited outside, Swapo MPs held Shifeta back and urged him to calm down. The two MPs then returned to their seats.
Tell the police officer no one should be hurt here.
Not the 300,000, just sit down.
Can we proceed? Honorable Seibeb.
Yes.
Yesterday.
But please,
No. You alerted.
The fracas emanated from questions by LPM's Seibeb to Urban and Rural Development Minister Erastus Utoni over the refusal of SWAPO councillors to join the management committee of the Xaras Regional Council in an attempt to sabotage LPM's leadership of the region. Back inside, Deputy Minister of Defence and Veteran Affairs, Hilma Nicanor, took a go at Swartboy, calling him a failure during his time as governor of the Xaras region.
You did nothing for Xaras as you are sitting there. Nothing, zero. You did zero for Xaras. You did zero for Xaras. You, as a governor, you did zero. You did zero to Xaras. You have Comrade Nicanor. You did zero. Comrade Nicanor. Zero you did. Can you sit down?
On the opposing end, Swartboy did not have kind words for Nicanor. After Deputy Speaker Lloyd Kasingo failed to bring the House to order, the session was adjourned. Once outside, a scuffle nearly broke out between Swartboy and Shifeta, with security personnel tirelessly having to separate the two members of parliament, who, after more verbal insults, eventually went their separate ways.
Minister of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform, Kalle Schlattwein, said multilateralism in food production is necessary for a successful modern economy to exist and thrive. Speaking at the 10th Theo Ben Guriab lecture series held under the theme How Can Multilateralism Improve Food Security on Thursday, Schlattwein stated that multilateralism is an absolute must for Namibia given the climatic conditions of the country and the smaller population. He also said there is a need for the development of value chains including both input and output in food production. The Minister of Finance, Ipumbu Shimi, will next week Wednesday table the national budget for 2021-2022 in the National Assembly. Shimi, when approached on Wednesday, declined to go into details, saying doing so would preempt the budget. Over the past few months, Shimi and his team held various consultative meetings with stakeholders, including political parties, civil society organizations, and the business sector to get input into the budget. He described the process as a success. Construction on the Kunene Vocational Training Center continued today after the resolution was made in the wage dispute with the general workers who downed tools on Wednesday. Following discussions between the main contractor, Adaptive Land Building Construction, and the Korigas Local Authority councillors on Thursday, the former resolved to increase the wage rate for the workers. He said they agreed that the workers would be paid as per the government gazette an amount of $60.95 per hour and a back pay effective 8 February 2021. That's all the news we had for you this week. Kindly stand by for your sports news. It's over to you, Shalva.
Thank you, Salima. And a good evening to all of you and welcome to this week's last edition of Sport Planet. I'm Shalva Wells. We kickstart with local sports news. Namibian para-athletes are gearing up for the upcoming Athletics Namibia Grand Prix slated for Saturday in the coastal town of Swakopmund. The Grand Prix, which will be the first event organized by Athletics Namibia this year, will be used by para-athletes to improve on their rankings ahead of 2020 Paralympic Games that will be held in Tokyo, Japan later this year. In an interview with Nampa on Monday, Namibia's T11 200-meter gold medalist Anania Shikongo said, due to the coronavirus pandemic, athletes are finding it hard to travel outside the country for competitions, but they will use any competition at their disposal to improve their rankings. In Bundesliga news, Robert Lewandowski can reach another milestone Saturday in his quest to better Gerd Muller's all-time record of 40 goals in a Bundesliga season. The Bayern Munich striker bagged a hat-trick in last weekend's 4-2 win over Dortmund in Germany's Klassiker to leave him on 31 league goals this campaign. The result keeps the champions 2 points clear at the top of the Bundesliga. At Werder Bremen on Saturday, Lewandowski needs just one goal more to equal Klaus Fischer's tally of 268 Bundesliga goals. Only Bayern legend Müller scored more in Germany's top flight with 365 in 427 league games. On to rugby news. Franco Smith's Italy take on Six Nations leaders Wales in Rome on Saturday, not only trying to avoid a 31st consecutive loss, but with questions over their future in the tournament. The Azzurri are searching for their first Six Nations win in 6 years when they beat Scotland in Edinburgh. The tournament's whooping boys have this season conceded 19 tries and 139 points in 3 games against France, England and Ireland. Smith estimated after the 48-10 hammering to Ireland, it could take up to 8 years for his team to become competitive, a time delay many believe unacceptable, with Georgia moving ahead of Italy in the world rankings and Romania, Spain, Portugal and Russia not far behind. We will be back shortly after the sports roundup. That's all the news we had for you this evening. We thank you for tuning in, and if you are new to this channel, please subscribe, like and share. From me, Shalva Wells, and the entire Nampa team, have a great weekend.